Hi guys, just into gaming here. I knew I said that the channel wasn't going to restart until around the holidays, but with all the amazing feedback from the previous two videos, I decided to be irresponsible, put off some work, and say thanks with this video right here. I also wanted to talk about what direction I would like this channel to go. I want this to be the place where you come for goalie gameplay, goalie tips. If you have goalie questions, I want you to come here for the answers. So starting with this video, this is going to be the start of a new series, Goalie 101. Where we go back to basics, learn the controls, and then moving forward, we're going to go with more situational gameplay. Now even though this video is just about the controls, there still might be some tidbits for the veteran goalies out there. I'll try and explain some buttons that I try and stay away from because I just don't find them useful and they probably hurt your goalie more than they help. And at the end of the video I have a story where I play goalie against the top ranked D1 club, and afterwards I'll even show my stats. I don't consider myself to be an elite goalie. If anything, I think I'm a above average goalie who just wants to help others learn the position. Now let's get started with Goalie 101. I'm going to start this tutorial by saying a few things. 1. This is not an end-all be-all. This is not a goalie bible. This is merely what works for me, and if you agree, then take it. If you don't agree, do what works for you. If you've seen my other videos, you can probably tell this isn't my usual camera view, but I brought it down so it'll be easier to see what each of the controls do. I think we all know that we use the left stick to move around, and our goalie covers a lot of room just using the left stick. But a button a lot of goalies, especially rookies, don't know about is called precision movement. That's left bumper for the Xbox users and L1 for the PlayStation people. What precision movement does is it makes the goalie use short, precise movements. This is especially useful for when the puck carrier is in the slot. If you're moving with just the left stick as the player shoots, the game will keep you sliding over in that direction. So left bumper helps keep your goalie centered and combat that excess movement. The stand-up and butterfly are two basic goalie positions. Almost all your saves are going to come from these two positions. And the pros and cons for the stand-up and butterfly are the exact opposite. The stand-up does exactly what your goalie does. He stands up and he covers the high shots while leaving the low and 5-hole open. The butterfly is a position where the goalie drops to his knees in order to protect the bottom of the net. To do this, press left trigger, and for your PlayStation users, L2. The butterfly, conversely, is to stop the low shots, but leaves the upper part of the net exposed. I drop to the butterfly whenever the puck is close to the net, or immediately after a shot, so your pads are down to stop any potential rebounds. Now we're going to talk about holding the post. To hold the post standing up, press right trigger or R2. Although I'm showing you this, I never hold the post with right trigger. Anytime I'm holding the post, I press both triggers. The goalie covers much more of the net in this position and you are less susceptible to being scored upon via the wraparound. The paddle down position is used when you press both triggers as well as down on the right stick. Now this is used to protect the 5-hole from any wraparounds. Although useful in real life, this is not a position I use a lot in game. The only time I can see myself using this is to protect the 5-hole on a wraparound. However, I prefer to just use both triggers. The reason being is so I can keep that right stick free, just in case I have to fly off the post and anticipate. Next we have the cover-up button, which is Y for Xbox or triangle for PlayStation. You can manually cover up a puck if you think you can reach it. In my entire goalie career, I've only used this button a handful of times. The only situation I can think of is if I need to dive to get the puck to stop a potential rebound and our team desperately needs a stoppage in play. Next we have the anticipation stick, or the right stick. Use the right stick if you have an idea where the shot is headed. If you aim correctly, it might give yourself a better chance of making the save. Point in the wrong direction and you're more than likely hurting your chances. Try to stay away from using the right stick as a guessing game. Try to read the situation and move the stick as the play develops. Only point it to the left or to the right, as pressing up on the right stick will initiate a poke check. Last but not least is the Desperation save, which is right bumper or R1 plus a direction on the right stick. The only useful ones in my opinion are the flying poke check, which is right bumper plus up on the right stick to catch the skater by surprise. The other is the spread eagle, which is right bumper and down on the right stick. The spread eagle is used for low shots, especially if you think a backhand is coming on a breakaway. If you use the spread eagle, stay as close to the middle of your net, but also near the goal line, so when your goalie spreads the pads, they can cover low from post to post. So that's the tutorial. I just wanted to say thanks if you've made it this far, and here's the club story I mentioned before, and afterwards I'll show my stats. When it comes to playing sixes, I don't have a set club. I have different groups of friends, and they'll just send me a message when they need me. They'll say, hey, can you hop in net? If I have the time, I'll play with them. So one night, one of my friends asked if I could play. I guess their goalie wasn't there, so I decided to hop in. And he plays for Grinders U. If you look at the sixes leaderboard, they were ranked 7th at the time. So this is a pretty good club. I mean, you know, they know what they're doing. They're in Division 1. And the team we ended up getting matched up against is Justice League. They were ranked 2nd on the sixes leaderboard. Now, I know these clubs usually have big rosters, so I don't know who their regulars are, but if you're ranked 2nd in sixes, you're probably doing something right. So we ended up getting matched up against them in back-to-back games, and these games are very intense. Teams know what they're doing. They know how to protect the net. They know how to score. First game, we ended up winning 3-1. I was 9 of 10 in net, so 9 saves out of 10 shots. I had a couple of knife saves, but overall, the skaters, you know, defense is not just the defenseman, it's all 5 skaters, and they did a very good job protecting me. Even though it was 3-1, it was hard fought all the way till the end, and we came out victorious this time. The rematch was a higher scoring affair. We had an early 2-0 lead. They tied it, but in the third period, we ended up pulling away, and we came away with a 4-3 victory. 9 of 12 this time, 750. I'll take it, especially in Division 1. You know, didn't play as well. I let in, I think, 1 week 1, but you know, these are very good players on both ends of the ice, and we were lucky to come up with the victory. So 2 games against, you know, a top club, playing with a top club. I was really nervous. My heart was pumping, and I was very happy I got this experience of playing, a good sixes game. So that's that story. And last but not least, here are my stats. These are as of the end of November. Because you can see a 813 save percentage, just under 3 goals against. Now most of my games are drop-ins, so I don't know if you find that more impressive, less impressive, whatever. Just most of my games are drop-ins. And sometimes I'll have a friend or two help me out in OTP, and since my friends know what they're doing, they know how to protect the net, so that probably helps my numbers out a little bit. So there's the tutorial, there's the story, there's the stats. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. The feedback helps tremendously. It lets me know that all the work I put into these videos is helping out somebody. And if you have a goalie situation you want covered, type it in the comments. Chances are I'll cover it at some point, because, you know, goalies need help. We need more goalies out there. We got to help each other out. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.